Oh, we got a big full pop today. That can't open. That was... Once again, we tried to turn the sound canceling off on Evan's mic, but we get a bunch of feedback. So, sorry, everybody.
It sounds like trash like that.
Yep.
So.
He's here in spirit again with this can open. But today we're watching a group that we were big fans of last year. Just consistent across the board, good sound quality, approach, player to player in terms of how they hit the drum, quad, bass, snare, all of it. So before we jump into watching some Colts, welcome to Aged Out Reacts, everybody. We're the two hosts of the Aged Out podcast, Michael Fantini and
Evan Worrell.
And comment, like, subscribe. Let us know what you thought of Colts last year. Think this year it seems to be some continuity with staff and some members as well from last year, which means kudos for the staff for giving them a good experience, getting them to come back. Comment, like, subscribe, share the video, go to Facebook and Instagram and give us a follow there. Never miss an update on content we're putting out. Patreon.com or the join button here on YouTube if you want to support us financially, or agedoutpodcast.com, link in the video description here if you want to get a logo t-shirt and rep the brand that way. And then we have the Aged Out Fundamentals playlist now. Great practice tool, at-home yoga videos, essentially is what we like to call them for the drumming world. Nothing revolutionary, just a tool we put out there for free. Drum along to, build your chops and consistency. And, man, this spiel's getting long. I'm like having to take multiple breaths in the middle. All right, let's jump in.
Less weather chit-chat. So.
That's true. We're not opening with the... I feel like we haven't opened a single one with the weather. It's hot today in Kentucky, if anyone cares.
Yeah, we can.
All right, let's move on.
Not about the weather anymore.
Subscribe to Innovative Percussion. Link to this video description in the channel. IP has got a great channel. Sponsors a lot of groups. Provides the implements. Yep. That intro's loud. Turn this down a bit.
Rem Hemiola on drum 4.
Mm-hmm.
Not Hemiola, ostinato. Sorry.
A lot of space. Oh, good roll. Setting it up on the Spock or Spook, whichever one that is. Yeah.
Yep. You can definitely tell, too. I believe that moment starts like further backfield. They make their way forward for like more dense roll figures. Puppies. No. Sound good. Warm sound.
Good layer in the snares there too on that roll.
Little burst. One counter, Mike Fantini says.
Oh yeah.
So anticlimactic.
I know, right? Drums sound good. Just very uniform approach across the snare line.
Ooh, good. Ooh. Yeah, the singles. That's weird slow.
Those are very, I was going to say, slow pulsed, odd.
Ooh, bass run in the back under that big stuff.
I missed that. I'm gonna rewind.
Yeah, under that kind of like accented. I do say, I will say right away though, I do wish. I'm usually like complete anti this, but I do wish they would explore some of like the bigger motion a little bit more. I don't want to say like stylize it, but I don't know. Of course, it could depend on where they're on the field, you know.
Also true. I will say I've said it a couple times already, just to reiterate. It's just solid. Like the approach is just solid. The drum tuning is solid. Their hands move the same across the board, which allows for increased consistency. I mean, we've gone on that tirade on here many times with how stylized a lot of groups have gotten. So, let's just see where it goes.
I definitely don't like the opposite of that, the juxtaposition where like you're so stylized, but that the extra motion creates ticks. Like,
you sacrifice consistency with that, but
definitely not that.
Yeah, let's see where the book goes here.
Here it is.
Oh, damn. Pretty good. The snare to quad blend is pretty good.
Yeah.
When it's locked in, it's a good sound. They play some defined heights, let me tell you.
Both important there. Good
Big crescendo.
Hey. I like the bursts. They come out of nowhere.
Yeah. There's been a few of those so far.
Four over three. Everything's very controlled. Very much in command of what they're doing. Good re-attack off the space.
You can tell with everything they're doing, they've got a very solid approach to the fundamentals. And I think I said this last year too. Like, yes, this is, I think, the first lot of the season for them. This is very early season. There isn't a more recent video out.
Yeah,
but I mean, it was solid enough for us to be like, we're just going to use it. Screw it. I almost feel like they could handle more again. Kind of like we said it last year. Like, I feel like you could, and there might be more. We're only halfway through this video, but so far, it's kind of come off as like, all right, we're here.
Also, I think I said this last year, but I feel like they could also play this book like 6 to 8 clicks faster, and it would change. You'd be like, it would like the energy of it would change too.
It's almost like I don't want to say it comes off like an angst book, but slowed down. Like if you sped it up, like you just said, it would almost come off more paradiddles, triplet rolls, just kind of that kind of with flam rudiments. You got some flam fives, a few book reports in there.
The momentum would definitely feel a little more ramped up.
For sure. We'll see what the second half does, though. It could speed up.
And they may speed it up over the course of the summer.
Also true. Cores do that.
We did that in 09.
We did it at Blue Stars.
Book's too slow. Got speed up.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. I also really like their uniforms. Caveat, standing still.
You can explain that in a second here.
Ooh, fast threes.
They felt the space well between the singles after it, too. There we go. That was fast.
Yeah.
Fast roll.
Probably not speed up this chart.
Yeah, maybe not.
Cheese cheddas, cheese inverts. Reset.
I will say, I'll pause for a second here, too. They had that backstick phrase in there for the snares. Like, the thing that I think is good about what we're hearing, I know it's early video. We don't want to talk too much about ticks and, like, point things out. But the stuff that I am hearing are things that you expect early. The stuff that's more, like, the things that you want to be good early are good. Like, coming out of the backsticks and reattacking, like, those are ticks. You just got to figure the speed out to reset your hands quick enough from the quick backstick. And, like, it just takes time to dial that in. So the ticks that we're hearing are expected based on what's written, which tells me they're probably going to be pretty good by the end of the season.
And they're probably, like, even, like you mentioned, this early lot video, I mean, it's, 2 weeks old at this point. So probably even a lot better.
I'm sure they're on light years better already.
Ooh, good spot roll.
Yeah, I like the spot roll in the space there. You think those 1-count 16th note rolls are like a result of just the tempo they're sitting at?
Could be. There's a couple cores out there that I feel like chose show tempos that were definitely challenging for the battery arrangers.
Well, when you're in that mid-tempo, you can kind of give the writing some velocity. Like, as triplets aren't that fast, duples pretty slow feeling, but if you can be at the right tempo to put those 1 or 2 count 16th note burst rolls, which they've done multiple times, it can give velocity to the arranging even at those slower tempos.
And if you're sitting at like 160 in the horn lines playing 8th note duple figures, like you can't write triplets over top of them.
Exactly.
So it's like,
exactly.
Mm. Got a little interplay there between snares and quads.
That was a good roll. Good crescendo too, staying in there. Ooh.
Ooh. Yeah, some fast little bursts.
Yes. A lot of fast little rolls in there.
Pause. What I was gonna say real quick. So I love the uniforms standing still. Like, ooh, these look cool. I think it's a very modern uniform. When I watch the show on the streams, I'm like, man, sometimes the eyes it gets muddy.
I have not seen their show yet, but I have done some homework that I alluded to in the last one. I've seen BD now, I've seen Mandarins, I've seen Troopers. I did not catch Vanguard on the show last night, but I've seen a handful. I've seen Phantom as well, so I'm getting there. I will watch Colts eventually, and I'll get back to you on the uniform thing.
Good space.
Very well done.
Good.
Nice.
I always liked playing in this form. It felt easy.
It is fun.
Diamond.
It's a good one. Oh, here's a fast tempo. We'll see where this goes.
Yeah, here we go.
But all right, we'll just see let's just keep going.
Yeah, all right. 4 bars in, this feels way different than like everything else that we just heard. Like
very, very
4
different.
bars in. Yeah, I mean. Oh yeah, the hand-to-hand floppies. Ah, yeah.
Yeah, I want more of this.
Just the look, dude. The velocity around the drums is already just way different.
Okay. So it's almost like go watch those old Cadets lines that have a more refined approach as well, similar to this from back in the day. The tempos were reefed, so you get that you don't have time to have crazy motion. So when you have that refined approach, I don't want to say it's in a little box because that's not what I mean, but you get where I'm going. Like when you're having that approach at slow tempos,
the tempo dictates a lot of what it's gonna be like.
Exactly. And the way they approach works really well when you crank the tempo like this, and it can look a little lackadaisical when it's slower tempoed. So
I used to hear people say it's like somebody hit a bell. It's like ding. It's like, all right, fight. Here we go.
I'm gonna restart this little phrase. Yeah, it's cool.
Get that snare rolling again. Back up a little bit more.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Here we go.
Still playing the fast rolls in there.
Yeah, the increase in horizontal motion just.
Great job placing those. Great job.
All the way down.
Oh yeah. Zone changes for each one of those rolls. Yeah.
They do play some slow buzz rolls.
True. Speaking of.
Yeah, we're cooking. I love that.
Just a big eighth duple roll is great.
Oh,
always.
Dude, yeah, beautiful high-end duple, and then change the meter when you bring it back in, and
I want it again.
Do the crescendo.
We're gonna get that big roll again.
Dude, majestic double stroke rolls. Yeah.
And now we're slow enough where you can put velocity
Like
into
double
ready.
time it.
Yep. Woo. Hell yeah.
Yeah. More
Yep.
of this.
Yes. All of this. Go away, Bluecoats. We'll get to you later. Yeah, their approach works a lot better at the faster tempos. And
I will say that it does give variety to it a little bit, the difference in tempos, but I still do wish that first part would just had a little more bite to it.
Because, I mean, I almost made the comment in the middle that I was like, they look bored. Part of that is just like drummer face, like a little bit, but like just with the tempo, it just kind of felt like, yeah, let's bump this like 8 clicks.
We're ready to go.
Let's bump this like 8 clicks. And then they get to the faster stuff, or at the end there, it was slower, but then you can write double time stuff, which still has a ton of velocity to it because the tempo's slow enough.
And, you know, sometimes too, like maybe they're not going to bump it, but, you know, even for the brass, when you're sitting at a tempo like 160 or whatever, 170, and then you bump it to 168, 178, their book gets way easier in some regards, especially those like long sustains. Like, oh, you don't have to hold your breath as long, or you don't have to put out air as long.
The number of seconds you're putting air through the horn is less.
Yeah. So I mean, of course, it makes all the licks faster. But.
True. Very true. The runs and everything. But no, just like last year, we appreciate what the Colts are doing. It's the same refined, very defined approach, and I appreciate the aestheticness of like everybody's hands moving the same way, hitting the drum the same way. That goes for the quads, the snares, the basses. That's just more in my wheelhouse of what I prefer. And then you added that velocity at the end of the video with the faster tempos. Chef's kiss. Great.
Definitely feels like another top 12 percussion ensemble, and then obviously possibly another finalist year for the Colts.
Very much so. Big fans. We're fans last year. We're fans again this year. We're fans of everybody, honestly. There's nobody we hate. We just enjoy this stuff.
Yeah, no.
we just like good drumming. So, you got anything else?
Nope.
All right. Comment, like, subscribe. Facebook, Instagram, Patreon, join button on YouTube, agedoutpodcast.com. Go buy a shirt. We'll love you forever. Aged Out Fundamentals. Drum every day. And we'll see everybody in the next one.
Peace.